diamonds, that's me. No, you can't get my beat. Choppers only think free. Somebody takes a speech. Straight dropping my beat.
I was really pleased with the physicality up front, both sides of the ball. Thought really pleased and impressed with some of the things we're doing offensively right now. You know, mixing tempos, able to run the ball effectively, good perimeter game. I thought guys were where they were supposed to be for the majority of the scrimmage. And we've got, you know, guys at the quarterback position that can get the ball where it needs to go. And then you got some explosive players, whether it's out of the backfield or in the perimeter, that can create yards after contact and yards after catch, which was really exciting to see. I thought I saw some good tackling. I thought really great pursuit. A couple guys making plays on the back end defensively. There were some positives there. I thought our offense exposed a couple things that we got to make sure we get cleaned up. But it was kind of what I was hoping for in scrimmage one. Our defense is very physical, very sound. You know, I think we've got a group of guys over there that are going to know what to do. The standard, they're going to find ways to get off the field and make it really challenging for people to consistently move the ball down the field. But when you have an offense with this you know, a number of playmakers, it's hard to stop them. You know, you can even be leveraged on them properly. You can have the right angles, you can have the numbers, but you got some guys that just can make plays in space, and that's really encouraging to see. So certainly there's some things that we can learn in terms of leveraging the ball and making one-on-one tackles, but you're making those tackles against some of the better players in Group of 5 football, which is really exciting. There were a lot of good things when we first got here, a lot of pieces to the puzzle. But probably out of the running back room, that was one of the areas we were most deficient in overall depth, certainly in talent. And this is a group of guys that I think we have flipped that on its head. This is as talented of a backfield as I've gotten to work with, and really pleased with kind of the direction that they're moving right now. Some of those young guys, P.J. Martin, Jarvis Durr, already starting to show what they're capable of, which is exciting. But hopefully we've got some older guys there that are certainly making a lot of plays right now that we just need to keep bodies healthy and let them do their thing. We pulled out our Farmer's Almanac, right, and looked. I think in the last 15 years, this is one of the either second or third hottest summer in Mobile, particularly these last 2 weeks. We've got our little wet bulb out there on the field with us. I think at one point the heat index hit like 124 or something like that. And so obviously, you know, you're pulling guys off, you're taking breaks, you're minimizing how much you're out there in practice. We don't go full practices outside right now because it's just way too hot. The heat is something and a variable that you have to manage and you have to be prepared for, but it's not the only thing. And if you look at the first 4 games of our season, where they're going to be played, the time of day that they're going to be played, the shade that we will get in the stadium on our sideline. You know, we look at all those things and then determine how we're going to practice. And so we're getting some, not a ton, but I think enough to be prepared for those first 4 games.
Just plain simple, you know, just kind of going through it, not being, you know, anybody else but our identity that we talk about every day. Just kind of coming out, getting completion, starting hot. Basically what we wanted to do, and just, you know, go from there.
What's the scrimmage what you wanted? The first one, what you guys feel good about how you got get today?
Yeah, I think it was good, but there's going to be a lot to learn from. You know, I think we can clean a lot up. I think we can, you know, make this a whole lot smoother, just make it more game-like, getting in and out of the huddle. Just tempo of things. I think, you know, just that aspect, I think we can improve a whole lot more.
Where you know, I guess where you feel like you guys are, you know, a week and a half into camp?
I think we're in a good spot right now. We can't get complacent. I think, you know, the maturity of us, you know, it really showed today. I think, you know, guys understand what we're trying to get accomplished, but, you know, we got an off day on Sunday. You got to handle it like a pro. Come back on Monday. You got to, you know, continue to get better.
It feels great. It's always good to always start the game out early. Would have gone ahead and get it started real quick with a touchdown. You know, we had to get a drive going. With the first team offense, they basically came out there, had a good drive going, ran the whole field, and I was just thinking, like, first thing coming out there on offense, just go ahead and get quick points. And once I seen the play call and I had the post, I was like, go ahead and get in the end zone.
You feel comfortable in this offense already?
Oh, most definitely. It's basically a good transition. It's kind of similar, same offense, but just different terminology that I'm really just learning and everything like that. So I can't say it's a good fit.
You weren't able to do much in the spring, I guess, due to injury or whatever, but how do you feel like you're coming along since you've been able to get out there fully?
Feeling real good. I just been really just trying to stay on it, keep my shoulder back in a good place. Really, when I came into the spring, everybody was basically just looking and seeing what I was going to be able to do, how fast I was going to be able to just grasp the offense. That's really one thing that I try to do the most part of, just try to grasp the offense, get everything, be in there, be mentally locked in the whole time, just stay focused, and then once I got on the field, just translate that for being in the books and being able to put it onto the field.
You're kind of home, you know, just from up there at Grove Hill, right?
Yes, sir, Grove Hill.
How does it feel to be back home and playing?
Man, it's a great feeling. I got all my family here. I got family even down here in Mobile, so it's just being able to come back, be able to see familiar faces, be able to get all that love that I had, even though when I was away in Memphis, so it was just good to be back at home.
I just felt like we need to do a lot better on our tackling. That's the biggest emphasis, and just finishing. At the end of the practice, we didn't really finish in the red zone. We got to be able to contribute and execute, and at the same time, keep them out the end zone.
Overall, you know, 8 days or whatever, 8 practices in or whatever it is, where do you feel like you guys are at?
I feel like we made a pretty big jump over the last year. We got Keith back, so that's a big outstanding fix. Our DBs looking pretty good, linebackers looking good, D-line looking pretty good. So all around, I feel like we got a pretty good defense. We just got to fix the mistakes.
I feel like that we had good effort, but towards the end, you know, we got to focus more on detail with our tackling and, you know, just keeping the opponent out of the red zone and out of the end zone, most importantly.
How do you feel the defense is shaping up throughout this game?
The defense is we've been winning a lot. You know, we've been doing good, but today we kind of disappointed a little bit, you know, with our finish. But other than that, been great. Great effort, great physicality, great detail.
3 weeks now from the first game. What do you feel like you guys have to do between now and then?
Really finish. You know, we've been doing great things. Everybody, you know, focus on details and stuff. We just got to focus on finishing and defense, especially when we get in the end. When the opponents get down in the red zone, we got to focus on not keeping them. We got to focus on not letting them get in the end zone.